Welcome back. So today we're going to start, as we always do, with a Move This World activity. And then we're going to find out what happens next with Ruby. And we'll talk a little bit about patterns and things that Ruby learned today. And we'll have an assignment to do together. Okay, friends? Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen. See if I can get that to happen right away. And we're going to do something called Rubber Band Man. So this is a good one to get yourself moving and stretching this morning. And so here we go.
It's time for some Rubber Band Man. Let's stand up straight and tall like this. Now we'll stretch as if we're a giant bird. As we stretch, move slowly and intentionally. We'll spread our wings out like this. Stretch as wide and as far as you can. When we stretch and move our bodies, we can help our muscles work most effectively and relieve stress. Let's take a deep breath. As we breathe out, we'll curl our wings in tight. Ready? Breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Out 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, let's stretch into the shape of a moose. A big, tall animal with huge antlers. We can bring our arms up over our heads like this to look like a moose. Let's stretch our moose antlers out as we take a deep breath together. As we exhale, we return to our tall standing position. Ready? Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Now we'll stretch like an elephant. An elephant is big and mighty. It has a long trunk. So let's bend down and hang our arms like this. Now, get your arms as low to the ground as you can go while keeping your legs straight. Let's take a deep breath together. As we breathe in, we'll raise our arms or trunks up and bring them down as we breathe out before returning to our standing position like this. Got it? Breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Out 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Finally, let's stretch like a koala. Koalas love to hang tight in trees, so we can pose like a koala by wrapping our arms and legs like this. Follow along. It can sometimes be tricky to stand on one leg, so try to keep your balance as best as you possibly can, but don't worry if you need to stand with both your feet on the ground. Nice work. Now, let's take a breath together as we stretch like a koala and grab the tree as tight as possible before returning to our standing position. Ready? Breathing in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Now, what other animals can you stretch like today? Your teacher will call on a few volunteers.
You can go ahead and you can spend a minute if you want to pause the video, and you can take a moment to decide how you can stretch like an animal. Is there an animal you'd like to stretch like? Maybe a deer, or maybe a tiger? Go ahead and take a minute to think of an animal you'd like to stretch that like, and go ahead and do that stretch while we pause the video, and then come back when you're ready to go on. All right? All right, so I'm going to get ready and I'm going to show us our book about Ruby. So let's see if we can grab my video and get my video with Ruby on it on the screen. Excellent. And here we go with our Hello Ruby. Remember, with Hello Ruby, she's been on an adventure with us for coding, and she's been trying to find clues that her dad forgot to leave her. Yes, and then she created a beautiful map. Remember last week We created this map ourselves with our puzzle. Remember that? And then she went off and she got some help from the penguins. They made a raft. Well, let's see. This week, she's going to see Snow Leopard. Waving goodbye to the penguins, Ruby climbs to the next stop on her map, the top of the mountain. And who does she run into but the elegant Snow Leopard? Snow Leopard will surely be able to help her, but something is wrong. Why are you so upset? Ruby asks. Look at Snow Leopard. He's thinking of a computer with X's for his eyes. That's never a good sign. I wonder what's going on with Snow Leopard. I live up here because I love things that are simple and tidy. And now there's disorder, scoffed Snow Leopard. Look, it blinks, it's colorful, and it hurts my eyes. So look, everything's nice and clean and orderly. But this is blinking and hurting Snow Leopard's eyes. Ruby glances in the direction Snow Leopard is pointing and sees a faint glimmer on the roof of Snow Leopard's home. It's a gem, Ruby cries out in delight, but Ruby is too small, and the gem is too high up for her to reach it. Do you see the gem? Yeah? Focus on the pure things, Snow Leopard stoically advises. Ignore details that make things different. This will help you come up with a solution. That's probably good advice, don't you think? Ruby takes a moment to clear her mind. She spots a bunch of sticks on the ground. Last time she made a raft with the penguins to get to the river. Maybe she can use sticks and ropes to make other things. She builds a simple structure of rope and sticks. See? What do you think she's going to build here? She repeats it 5 times. She repeats it 5 times, and soon Ruby has a ladder. So she took her sticks and her rope. She created one rung for the ladder. Then she repeated it 5 more times, right? X5, that means 5 times. And she ended up making a ladder. Snow Leopard smiles in that special way only snow leopards know how to. With the second glittering gem stowed away, Ruby thanks Snow Leopard and asks, "What's the best way to get to the garden?" So our friend Ruby was able to create a ladder today. Now let's take a look at this ladder that she created. Let's see, where is it here? Let's take a look at this ladder. We talked about how she did it the same thing 5 times, didn't we? How did she do it? How did Ruby make that ladder? I bet you're saying she used sticks and rope, aren't you? Of course, yes. Did she have to make every one of these steps different? Do they look different, or did they all look the same, just one's a little higher? I agree. I think they all look the same, don't they? So one's just higher than the other. So, would you say she used a pattern to create the ladder? And this is the pattern, right? You get the two sticks straight, and then you've got the 1 stick across. Then you add the next one. She used a pattern. So what is a pattern? So a pattern is recognizing that something happens in a repeat order. So today we're going to look at some patterns, and we're going to identify some patterns together. Let's take a look at ones in the Ruby's book here. She's got ones back here that the patterns are the gems. Let's take a look. I'm going to zoom right into these patterns. This is wallpaper. So Ruby's got some, she's going to help Snow Leopard decorate his house with some very stylish wallpaper. Do you see it? So here's the thing. The pattern of the wallpaper is missing something. So let's see. Let's see what we have here. We have a gem, an apple, a gem, an apple, a gem, an apple, a gem. What should be here? What's missing? Did you say a gem is missing? You're right. So in order to complete this wallpaper, we need to add a gem here. Let's take a look at another pattern. This is an apple and a gem and a gem. What do you think is going to be here in our pattern? Well, if we're not sure, we can look ahead and then we can come back. So we know it starts with an apple and a gem and a gem. We're not sure if it's supposed to repeat over or not. So let's think. We'll say apple, gem, gem, blank, gem, gem, apple, gem, gem, apple, gem, gem. I think I know the pattern now. Do you? What's missing there? Did I hear you say apple? You're absolutely right. There's an apple missing. So now we know that if we can't figure out the pattern right away, because it's almost too soon, we can look ahead at the rest of the pattern to figure out what's missing, right? Take another look. We've got a blue gem, and this to me looks like, I don't know, it looks kind of like a computer screen or TV, right? I'm not sure what it is, but we've got a blue gem, and we're going to call it a computer screen. Then we've got a pink gem. So we've got a blue gem, computer screen, pink gem. Blue, computer, pink. Blue, computer, pink. What should be here? Did you say blue? You're right again. So isn't it interesting we can have two different kinds of gems? So up here we had gem, gem, and saying gem was fine. But down here we have two different kinds of gems. So now we have to identify each of those gems. We have to say what they are. We can't just say gem. We need to say blue gem and pink gem or red gem, right? So let's look at one more down here. We've got TV or computer. Computer, pink, blue. Computer, do you know it already? I bet you do. Pink, right? Computer, pink, blue. Computer, pink, blue. Computer, pink, blue. Computer, pink, blue. We got it right. We are definitely right. That's a pink. That's the pink. So that's what our assignment's going to look like this week. Let's take a look at Schoology and see our assignment. So to find our assignment, we know that we need to go to our Schoology class, right? So we'll find our Schoology class, and we can look over here in the upcoming section, and here are our assignments. This is last week's Ruby's puzzle. That's not really an assignment. Remember last week we did that together. We couldn't find not everybody was able to see the puzzle. So you don't have to worry about this because it really wasn't an assignment. But I left it there in case you wanted to try and see if your computer would let you to do it, okay? And so if your computer let you do it, great, but don't be surprised if your computer didn't. A lot of them block it, all right? But this is Ruby's patterns, and we're going to check out Ruby's patterns. So let's go ahead and click on our assignment. Then the instructions say to click the link below to complete the assignment. So we're going to click on this link right here. And now guess what's going to happen? We're going to get Nearpod, and we're going to get those choices again between the blue or the red. Remember which one we use? If you said red, you remember well. So we're going to click on the red bar. Then we're going to click the big blue box that says yes, continue. And now we're ready. Now you know Mrs. Tierno likes to make it so that you can hear the assignment. And so I want to make sure that you can hear the assignment here. So I'm going to go ahead and play the assignment instructions for you. Choose the picture that belongs in each blue circle to complete the pattern. So we're going to do some more patterns, and we've got to choose the picture that belongs in the blue circle for each pattern. So that means we're going to need to circle the answer. I'm going to go ahead and select the green color today. You select whatever color you want. So let's take a look at our pattern. Looks like Ruby, and I don't know who that is, but it looks like Ruby and a friend and a friend, and Ruby and a friend and a friend. Which one do you think is next, Ruby or the friend? Which one should be here? If you said Ruby, you're right. Go ahead and circle Ruby because we know Ruby is what belongs next. So here we go again. We've got one person brushing their teeth. Then we've got the ponytail person brushing their teeth. Curly hair, pony hair, curly hair. Which one belongs here? Did you say the ponytail belongs there? If you did, you're right. Here it is. The ponytail belongs there. And then you're just going to complete the rest of these just like that first one. Look at the pattern, figure out which one belongs in the blue circle, and circle that answer. Once you're done, you know that you can just click the submit button and you're all done. All right, my friends? Then you'll know because you'll get this screen. Excellent. Very good. So let's think about what we learned today. First, we learned that Ruby was able to find another gem at Snow Leopards. So is her map right so far? It sure is, isn't it? So remember, she wasn't sure. She just found some clues. The first clue led her to the penguins, and she was right that there was a gem there. The second clue led her to Snow Leopard. Sure enough, there was a gem there. But each time she had to build something, didn't she? The first time she had a problem to solve, and she had the penguins help her break it all into smaller pieces, and they all put it together. The second time, it was just Ruby working on the problem. But she figured out how to make a ladder by creating the first rung and then realizing she just needs to repeat that pattern. It's the exact same one over and over until she had enough rungs on her ladder that it would reach the roof of Snow Leopard's house and get the gem down, right? So now we know that we can take a problem apart, look at it, and find a solution. We also know that sometimes we have to repeat the solution over and over to get a final product to help us solve. Wonder what's going to happen next time. Well, that's all we've got for this week. So I'll see you next week where we find out what happens next with Ruby. All right, my friends, you have a great week. Remember, you can always send a message to Mrs. Tierno if you've got any questions about the assignment. And if you aren't sure where to send that message, I'm going to show you right here. Right here, this little envelope, you can click on this envelope and you can click new message. So if you've got a question, you can just ask Mrs. Tierno that way. And then if you need to meet with me because you need some help with an assignment, don't hesitate to ask. I'm going to have a time where we can meet to talk about what the assignment is and how to figure it out. All right, my friends, have a great week. I look forward to seeing all of the patterns you create next week. Bye-bye.